Welcome everybody to Renaissance Boys. This is episode 43 of the best show on the internet. Remember, if you want us to talk about anything, be sure to leave it in the suggestions channel of our Discord or send it to our business email. Don't send it to a business email. Don't do it. Yeah, stop plugging it.
Just remove that from the script.
It's not in. I'm not using the script. There's nothing on my screen right now.
Then stop fucking saying it. Okay. Get rid of the business email.
Sorry.
Unless you're a sponsor, then use it.
Yeah, then hit us up down there. Boys,
hit us up.
cast@gmail.com.
Please.
Great. Anyways, you got a good show for you guys this week. I'm excited to talk about some stuff. Let's hop into it, baby. Let's just jump into it. No, you need to shave. I didn't even see you today.
Dude,
good
I've
lord.
Shaved like 13 years, dude.
Oh, man.
And this is all I can get in 13 years was this.
My man's got the top ramen just chilling on the chin.
Dude, it's all there, you know? This is the best. This is what ladies want.
Yeah. Uh-huh. There we go. Anyways, first up, No Time to Die, the newest movie in the James Bond franchise. Oops, wrong thing. Fuck. There we go.
Oh my god.
So unprofessional, am I right?
Oh no.
Delayed again, April 2021. Basically, November of 2020 is not a really good time to release a movie. I think Disney moved, what's it called? Black Widow from either this month or next month all the way to May of next year. So basically, they figured nobody's interested in watching movies. Not a good time.
I'm telling you, a drive-in only release, quadrillions of dollars.
Big bank, he says.
You're gonna pass up Apple real quick.
You're gonna. Whoa.
I'm also. This is Daniel Craig's final film as James Bond, which is pretty interesting.
I hope they kill him off. I hope this is the final James Bond film and he dies.
I hope it's like 3 minutes long. He gets shot in the head right at the start.
That's the whole movie. The last like 3 hours is just credits. But yeah, no, I'm excited to watch this movie. Unfortunately, we gotta wait another how many months?
At least 14.
Yeah.
Depends on the day.
It's in April.
Is Sean Connery dead?
I don't know.
I wish.
You know, we all do, but Sean Connery is alive. All the James Bond actors are alive.
Interesting.
Give this man coronavirus already.
Honestly.
I'm moving this.
I think actually Roger
Dude,
Moore
I feel like I sound so sick. God damn.
You do
sucks.
sound sick.
I don't know why.
Sick.
Anyways.
Okay, I jinxed it. Roger Moore is dead. My apologies.
Moving on. Spider-Man 3 adds Doctor Strange.
Why?
Why not? Give me one valid reason why he shouldn't be in there.
No clue.
Have you seen him? That's my reason.
Like recently or like
Ever.
He put on weight, didn't he?
I'm just talking in general.
In general.
Wait, Spider-Man or who? Doctor Strange?
Doctor Strange.
No, I haven't seen Mr. Benedict Cumberbatch recently.
I just mean in general.
No, I haven't seen him at all.
You've
I've never seen him.
Ever.
Well, recently.
I mean in general. Ever.
Elias, you really have a hard time understanding, don't you?
Yeah, I'm not sure what this question is about, but
I'm calling him ugly.
That's what you were doing?
Okay. I'm not sure how we got to that part. But basically, next Spider-Man movie is going to feature Benedict Cumberbatch reprising his role as Doctor Strange as a sort of mentor to Spider-Man in the third movie. Which
Why is his last name Cumberbatch?
probably because that's his parents' last name.
Why though? Of all the last names, Cumberbatch, it's fucking
Well, have you seen him?
Cumber cringe, dude. More
Oh.
like it. Get destroyed.
We're
I don't even
going
know what
get
to do with you
sued
guys.
for slander.
I don't even know what to say. Basically, Benedict Cumberbatch is going to be in this movie, and I think it's a really cool thing because anytime Doctor Strange and Spider-Man interact, I think it's a really interesting dynamic. Because Doctor Strange is mostly a purely higher power kind of guy, and Spider-Man's usually a very low to the ground, friendly neighborhood kind of superhero. So to see these two interact is always usually a good time. Mysterio was a really great villain for Spider-Man, so hopefully whatever we end up happening is going to be interesting and like a lot more, I don't know, just a different approach to Spider-Man in the last two movies. Have you guys
I
seen?
hope they kill him off in the movie.
No, can you just stop? Have you guys seen
mean-
any of the shows where what's it called? Have you seen like Spectacular Spider-Man?
Nope.
Nope.
Dang. I'm surprised. Clayton's got that Spider-Man stream as well. He's never even seen the best animated series.
Do I
Dang.
look like a literal child, Elias?
How,
Bro, it was
Clayton,
on,
How can you live on Spider-Man Street and not watch the Spider-Man show?
honestly.
Because it's animated. Animation is for cringe. Animation is 1 inch away from anime, and that shit's disgusting.
You ever seen Scooby-Doo?
I ain't gonna watch Spider-Man swinging around with no fat tits or nothing. That ain't me, dog. That ain't me. I ain't doing it.
Anyways, I think it's interesting. Hopefully we get more to see with the multiverse and stuff like that.
Elias, I love your.
What am I supposed to do? I just have to transition off of the worst co-host. You guys don't add anything to the conversation. Hello?
Dude, we add the
We
viewers.
are the conversation.
I hope he
dude.
dies. End of story.
Anyway,
What am I supposed to do?
You make me sick, Elias. You make me sick.
Be a better host next time, idiot.
No. Not me.
Robert Pattinson.
See, he did it again.
Dude,
Well-
we're like, think of us as like background dancers, Elias. This is you're
We're-
dancing.
that's not
and
the
we're-
dynamic.
We're back here. We're dancing, and we gotta. The flow's gotta
We
go.
keep
through
it-
all.
We keep it going, dude.
Keep it fresh.
I can't stand you guys.
We need to hear. We need to see those moves. We want to hear that voice, Elias.
I don't want to talk the whole time. I want to be able to talk about stuff and have conversation. This is not interesting. I hope he dies.
To you,
I'm sure our viewers are super entertained.
Dude, our two
All
viewers would
2 of
love
them.
to see us background dance. Is all I'm saying.
hmm
Can I get a refresh on my account? Yeah, still 2 viewers and one's a bot. So
Nice.
Hell,
they're loving
yeah.
it.
Have you ever been let go from a position because you are literally fat as fuck beluga whale certified status? Has that
I
been
have.
either one of you guys?
That
Noah
was me.
has.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Robert Pattinson's there with you.
Pattison.
Oh my god! I finally have someone to look up to.
Pattinson. He is certified to Chungus for Batman and has been sent home.
They just fired him. They're gonna reshoot the whole movie.
I don't know what else to
I
say.
hope
But
so.
basically, Robert Pattinson
See, you
is
can't transition out of anything. That was
what? What? How am I
Who's
supposed
the
to?
bad host now? He's too pasty to be Batman, anyways.
I'm trying to explain what is happening in this article because you're
Let's
not giving
get
any
Sean
context.
Sean Connery, still alive. Let's get him in on Batman.
Let's get him on Batman. It's a film where Bruce Wayne is just too goddamn old to be Batman anymore.
He just dies.
And I know that was like already kind of like a subplot of one of them, but he passes away of old age in this one.
So the problem with
And they have a
what's
funeral
happening
in the
with
back
the
half.
Batman, Robert Pattinson's movie, is that he showed up to work on set, and he's literally too fat. Basically, there's a rumor going around that they sent him home. And the
He
more I
couldn't get through the door.
he just William Tafted it up. But basically, the more I hear about this movie, the more I get worried about it. Because Robert Pattinson's a great actor, but like,
Is he
he's been sick.
Batman?
There's been delays. There's been so much crap going on at this stinking movie. Like, it looks fine. It looks great, but
It looks
apparently
garbage. It looks dog shit.
On-
It should die.
behind the scenes seems to be kind of a mess. Also,
I think
what the fuck,
Robert's trying
Clayton?
to sabotage it.
What what is your concern here, Elias?
My concern is that there are people listening to us. Which, by the way, we passed 1,000 listens
Ooh.
on Spotify.
Wow, we're gonna have to find another thing to give away to our Spotify listeners exclusively.
I have a
Or
box
on-
of sweet tarts from Valentine's Day that expires in 2 months.
There we go. Make sure you join our Discord for the giveaway.
Giveaway.
We'll host it there. It'll end
See?
right before next week's show.
Yes. You can't see that, but
Is
says
it
yes.
open?
Yeah, it's been open for like
No,
since like March.
an
I thought
open
they-
box.
I thought they were new.
No, it's been open since March when I bought them. They're still good.
What's that face? Clearly, they are not
This does
still very
taste
good.
at all. I couldn't even bite into it.
They're still
Oh,
good. Pops one in his mouth.
the Noah Galvin food reviews, baby. Hell yeah.
Oh boy,
Actually, the lemon's not that bad.
your face looks very distressed. You don't seem to be having a good time.
I'd give it a 10
That's pretty good.
Out of what? Out of 50?
out of 9.
Oh, damn.
That's the first official Runny Boys candy review.
Literally so hard that he can't bite into it. Gives it a 10 out of 9.
Tastes
Anyways,
horrible. See, that was lemon though. That was lemon. Let me get like not lemon.
did you guys watch the vice presidential debate?
God, no.
Apparently it was a cluster. Nobody
More
do
so
it.
than
Can I-
more
can I
so
be-
than
Well,
the
it wasn't
presidential
a
debate?
cluster as much as Vice President Pence kind of wiped the floor with Kamala Harris. It was really bad. I've watched like the snippets that I've watched was rough. Although the only thing I really see in the news is like a fly landed
A
on
fly.
Pence's head, yeah, which I can't stand. That's so stupid.
My question is, why this is not the first time a pesky housefly has landed on the head of a politician.
hmm
There's a conspiracy going on here.
We gotta eliminate all the house flies.
Yes.
actually
Or
why,
maybe the houseflies are trying to tell us something. Politicians are festering piles of dog shit, and we shouldn't listen to them.
Yeah, okay. Moving
That
on.
was
Conspiracy
public
craft.
that was already public knowledge, dude.
Oh, we figured out. We've cracked the fly's code. Say it, Elias. Anyways,
Anyways, if you watched
No third
presidential
presidential debate.
thank God.
Basically, the debate commission wanted to do a virtual format, which
debate, why?
seems terrible.
Yeah, because now if you interrupt someone, they just horrible.
There's delay. You can't like verify if people are like reading from a teleprompter right behind the camera. Like genuinely, like I Could you imagine a debate done over Zoom or something like that? Like that.
It's just
Neither one of them's wearing pants. Just like
Yeah. So basically, Donald Trump was like, "No, not doing it. Not doing it." So, unless they change their mind, it's looking like there's not going to be a third presidential debate, which I think is one of the first times in a long time, if I'm remembering correctly.
I mean, nothing would really come of it anyway. The first one was pretty bad.
first one was pretty atrocious. The only thing I don't get is if you've already had one in person and a vice president debate in person, why are you now switching to a virtual format?
Exactly. It's already too late.
It's already too late.
Yeah, I don't know. But yes, in between this week and last week, Trump got COVID, which was a mess. Oh, boy.
Grandpa Gamer. Dude, Bryson, what's fucking cooking, man?
Did you see the one thing that he said where it's like they gave me my DNA test results back, but it wasn't even DNA, it was USA.
They have never seen a body kill the virus.
Listen, I don't know what you guys think about Trump. I think he's interesting, but I think he's funny sometimes. Like he just he just says things that are just hilarious. If he wasn't a politician, I think he's pretty freaking funny. Anyways,
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know how we want to address this.
have you ever fucked another man's wife?
Wonderful transition.
Yeah.
Wonderful transition.
Can I get a yes in the chat?
Man, no, you've just been all over the place. Yeah, Bryson, my man's out here he's cucking people, dude. Hell yeah. Well, you wouldn't be the first. You wouldn't be the first. Keemstar. Next up in a long list of cuck kings.
Oh no!
Wait. What do you call someone that cucks other
I think they're
people?
called bulls.
Yeah. I think.
The long list of bulls. The dwarf-loving Keemstar is
Dude.
up there.
You mean the
Bryce is
gnome?
13 and he's going to town. That might be illegal.
Well, that would depend on where you live. I hope at 13 you are legally slaying that pussy, my guy.
I hope you're in the Middle East.
Anyways,
Basically,
you know, H3, well, his wife got like just fucking plowed by Keemstar,
Okay.
apparently.
Thank you for the follow, Bryson.
Hell
But
yeah, Bryson.
basically,
God bless.
there's a rumor that Leafy started on Twitter, basically saying that Keemstar slept with Gila Klein. There's no confirmed either way, but it's just an interesting rumor that we wanted to talk about. Apparently, there's an audio recording, and that Keemstar tried to tell him to take it down. Leafy's been blocked by both people. I just wanted to highlight this tweet real quick, which is really, really funny. I did not have sexual relations with Gila Klein, which we obviously don't know, but either way, it's kind of screwed up. If any more details come about it, we might talk about it. But
be first to report it.
We will have an emergency stream if anything gets
We'll
confirmed.
post it in the Discord.
News. In related news.
Oh,
is that related news?
Noah
I
has
don't.
done sex on Gila
no,
Klein.
no.
Not with her, just physically on top of her with another consenting party.
Now, I can't deny that.
So,
Anyways,
spoilers. It was Clayton.
well, I cannot confirm or deny that one.
listen, you guys can have your gay sex later.
Moving on.
On a very serious note, legendary guitarist and band leader Eddie Van Halen passed away this week due to cancer. He was 65. He's obviously one part of the band of Van Halen. He did very famous guitar riffs in Michael Jackson, and a lot of other pop songs. Basically, one of the best guitarists of all time. Super huge rock star.
Did you just call him fat?
That is
No.
distasteful. A newly
Oh,
passed away
that's right.
man losing a battle to cancer, and you call him fat, Elias.
Yeah,
What is wrong with
he
you to
passed away.
realize?
He passed away from throat cancer. So just wanted to pay a little bit of tribute because he was a big part of not really my life as much, but my dad's life a huge part, and was a really big part of the music industry. So, R.I.P. Moving on.
R.I.P. Eddie Van Halen, the inventor of the van.
Inventor of the guitar.
Which van, Noah?
All of them, dude.
All of them.
Yeah. Why do you think they started calling them SUVs? Because Eddie dropped out of the industry.
He dropped out of the industry. They had to innovate. He took his patent with him.
So this next article is a little goofy. Basically, I think it says EVGA, but I'm pretty sure Nvidia is doing this as well. Finally, after weeks of being out, GPU manufacturers have finally decided that maybe we should try queuing as a system. Like this is so stupid, but I have to talk about it. Basically, there's been a lot of shortages of the 3080, and it's very hard to find one online or in stores. So, as a response to that, EVGA and Nvidia have started a program where if you click a notification where it says "Notify me when in stock," you have 8 hours. You're placed into a queue. You have 8 hours to order it, and then you get put out of the queue. So if you want to get it, you gotta get it quick. Which I think is a good thing, because there are a lot of it's very difficult to find cards. So I think this is just a good move for people that are looking to get the best cards.
I feel like they should have waited. Like they should have started constructing them like in January of this year, and then released them in October or September.
They should have
just actually have enough stock.
They should have done this earlier.
Probably, yeah. Probably first day they should have done it, but
Yeah, I hope this stays and like becomes the norm, because it sucks trying to get GPUs when they release. Also today, there was a huge Zen 3 reveal. AMD, I think CEO. Let me look it up.
Mobile Matt's back.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
AMD...
I have never tried Stadia, just so you know, and I probably never will.
Dude, I can't even spell Stadia.
No, Stadia's not for us. But AMD CEO Lisa Su had a presentation on Ryzen Zen 3 5000 series processor, including the supposedly world best gaming CPU. They're set to be available November 5th, starting at $300. Which the fuck just happened? Basically, they're supposed to be really fast. The 5600X is up to 4.6 gigahertz boost clock, which is really good for a gaming CPU. 6 cores, 12 threads, $300. Like, these are pretty good deals.
Dang.
Also, they revealed the RX 6000 Big Navi performance, which is supposedly set to be competitive with the RTX 3080. Good God. So yeah, like they just revealed 2 huge pieces of hardware, and like even in 4K, this card can push out like 60 frames plus a second. For Borderlands 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and Gears 5, which is pretty impressive. 4K is still kind of difficult, but it's getting better.
They're all garbage games.
Yeah, I'd like to see it run Crysis, because I bet it can't.
Yeah. Run Crysis in 4K, you won't even get a frame. It will not be able to render the image.
It renders half the screen, 0.5 frames.
Anyways, I'm not sure who added this next article, but it seems interesting.
It was me, and I only understood half of it. But basically, this is on my Google and Oracle. Google and Oracle have been in a legal battle for over 10 years now, apparently, which I wasn't aware of. But just recently, they went to court over this issue, and basically, Oracle's trying to copyright an API that Google was using as it pleased for its Android operating system. And Oracle's like, no. We need some cash if you're going to use our API.
This is a decades-long battle, by the way.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So they just went to court on it today. I mean, they've been doing it previous to today, but not today. I think it was 3 days ago they went to court.
So yeah, basically, as far as I'm reading it, they're claiming that you can't copyright an API, whereas Oracle is saying that you should be able to copyright it, which makes sense. I think that argument has a much better side. So Google stands to lose the most from this. So we'll see what happens.
Billions.
Yeah, billions of dollars. Apparently their lawyer also sucks. So R.I.P.
I added in the next couple articles.
Yeah, I didn't really.
Dude,
really
mega corporations are in the battle royale of the century right now.
Dude, I love seeing it.
Oracle, you've got Oracle versus Google, Apple versus Epic. What else we got? Microsoft versus Apple. Amazon, Facebook, Apple, Google are all monopolies. Everyone's getting killed in this battle royale. The Supreme Court is default dancing over top of all of them.
You love to see it.
So, this next article is also kind of interesting. IBM is set to split into 2 different companies by the end of 2021. As yet unnamed Nuco, new company.
Nuco. That is the name.
Yeah.
Right?
So basically, Nuco is supposed to be what I think they're known for now, which is IT infrastructure, like supercomputers and stuff like that. Service, like our services and stuff like that. And what's it called? Like operational stuff. So basically, they're the ones that are going to be doing those big giant computer projects in hospitals and stuff. Whereas IBM is working on cloud stuff, which is interesting.
See, is that a good idea to remove the IBM name from your hardware? Because if I see something that has IBM on it, I'm like, that's a good product. Well, you just know it is. Even if it sucks, you're like, it's IBM, it can't suck.
IBM, it can't suck.
Well, they've been around for like 144 years, haven't they?
Yeah, they've been around for a long time. So I kind of agree with Noah. I think they should have swapped the what's it called? The brands. I think IBM should stay with their IT stuff, and then have the new company name work on their cloud stuff, which is, a newer a newer thing, higher margin.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be like linked together anyways. They're not like gonna magically divorce,
Yeah.
Also, I did used to work in IT, but it wasn't really like any high end jobs. I just did like OS upgrades.
I've never worked in IT. I just cook pizzas. And
my dad works in IT.
Soon we'll be renovating the Lordstown Motors plant.
I'm just surprised. I'm kind of surprised by this because IBM is definitely like the computer manufacturer. That's who I think of. So,
what about you, Matt? Do you work in IT? You just wanted me to ask, you son of a gun. You're clever.
What if Mobile Matt was the CEO of Apple, Tim Cook? Local government.
Whoa.
This man's almost.
Whoa. Can we VIP him, Elias?
What?
Where?
He's the president of the United States.
We just met the mayor of Chadsville, dude. Holy. Whew. Cool me off. God damn.
Let me bore you with some news.
Oh, that's what you do best. That's what
Yeah.
you do best.
uh, so basically, the House Committee for Antitrust Legislation says that Amazon, Facebook, Apple, and Google all have, quote, monopoly power and should be split up.
I 100% agree.
Which is, I think, absolutely warranted.
Take that, big business, big tech.
But
Take
here's
that.
the thing: how do you split up like Instagram? You know what I mean? Like, how would you split up a social media site?
You destroy it. You obliterate it.
It's
Or do you split ownership?
every ounce of explosives we have on the planet.
See, here's the thing: Facebook is involved in multiple businesses because they own Oculus, they own a streaming service, and they also own the social media websites. So it'd probably be similar to what they did with, like AT&T did, with what IBM just did, and basically they'll split it up with like a high margin division and then like probably the lower margin division, which is like development and stuff like that. I have no idea how they're going to split up Google because they have so many businesses that it's like, who else would own them?
Me.
I wonder if
I'll
they mean
invest.
Google or Alphabet.
It's just saying Google.
I mean, depends on if Kate Cox, whoever she is, if she knows what Alphabet is.
Let's do a deep dive on
Yeah.
Kate Cox.
Yeah, let's see what Kate's doing.
So Amazon owns like everything. That's why apparently this is they just have so much online sale percentage that's why they're looking at antitrust legislation. Apple's App Store is the problem for them. Yeah, okay. This makes sense. Facebook has too many acquisitions. It has a lot of data, which we know about. Facebook's been using data for a long time. So
how do you split that?
Yeah, I have no clue, but if this becomes like serious like legal precedent and the president has to like shut down some of these major tech corporations or split them up, I think that'd be a good thing. But we'll have to figure out what ends up happening.
I think, and
it makes sense though.
You couldn't split. Like the first thing I think of is like, what if Instagram just had multiple owners? Multiple companies own Instagram, but that would just give all that power to each company then. Like, so how would you split the power that the social media site provides to the companies? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You just split data based on last names like they do in school.
Boom.
There you go.
I think that social medias by themselves are big enough to function as businesses because you can sell advertisements.
Yeah.
Although I'm not sure if Twitter is even like profitable, because I remember that was a huge issue. So maybe if like I don't know, I have no idea if Instagram is profitable enough on its own. So
it must be.
Instagram
can be the biggest social media in America.
They'll figure it out because not AMD, AT&T was split up a long time ago, so I think they'll figure out how to do something similar, where
AT&T was split up and then proceeded to buy itself all back together, and the government said
mostly.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'd also like to see something overtake Facebook. I can't stand Facebook as a site.
Facebook
I'd like to see Mark Zuckerberg perish.
You're still angry about him sending those Teslas after you.
Dude, his virtual drug dealers, they got it wrong. And they took you to prison.
But yeah, I don't know. Facebook is such a good...
strap a Quest to your face now since they have to be signed in through Facebook.
So it's virtual prison, but I have to sign into Facebook to get into it?
Yes. Facebook to get in, and you have to defeat Facebook to get out.
Oh. I could do that.
Facebook is just such a good thing for businesses and stuff like that, but it just stinks that it's like on the low they just steal your data and stuff. It stinks.
Yeah.
Also with relating good lord. Also related to the Apple App Store, Microsoft is changing its policies in order to make better promises for developers, and I think some of them are very relevant. Basically, they chose 10 principles as promises to app developers. Where is it? Basically, they can choose whether to distribute their apps through Windows, through their app store, not block competing app stores, not block an app based on their business models, development choice of payment system, timely access to information about interoperability. Basically, the gist of this is Microsoft is affording developers that want to put on the Microsoft App Store a lot more lenience. Like it's much easier for you can publish, you can choose your own payment, which currently Epic and Apple are in a huge legal battle over. So this is, I think, a signal to Epic or any other developer that Windows is a better app store, and you can promote your own app store if you want to.
Dude, Microsoft's been going crazy lately with like just
Everything, Xbox, all that stuff.
Xbox and PC are like almost the same thing now. For a long time, companies had like no say in the PC market. You just put your game out there and that was it. But now Xbox is like, hey, we can kind of combine with PC, kind of screw over PlayStation. It's crazy.
Hey, as long as Sony's getting pegged by the radiator, I don't care.
Microsoft's approach to competition is to like basically ascend, where it's just like you're not just fighting face to face anymore by features and features. It's just like you just become bigger by implementing things that just like are competitors, and you just don't deal with the competition anymore because you guys are fundamentally the same.
Now, if you mean something like Stadia taking over, I'm assuming, do you just mean game streaming services as opposed to owning?
Yeah.
I
can see it happening.
I can too, and I think Xbox Game Pass and like xCloud or whatever it's called now, cloud gaming.
Yeah.
I think it absolutely could, but I think a company like Microsoft has to do it. I don't think Google is equipped enough to be in the gaming development or like dealing with gaming licensing, whereas Microsoft has been dealing with Xbox and like PC licensing forever. So I think like Sony or Microsoft, it makes a lot more sense. I think any of these companies could do it with resources, but I think of all the people that are best equipped, I think Microsoft is the best off. We talked about Stadia a long time ago, and one of their big problems immediately was that certain games were like being pulled off, and Google had to like renegotiate license deals with them.
Yeah.
And some developers, if they didn't do anything, their games would be taken off of Stadia. So it makes like it seems to me like companies that have the most experience with licensing will be the best off, and Microsoft already has the resources to support stuff like cloud gaming. So I think that's the most likely scenario, and cloud gaming is very, very likely to grow, and I think Microsoft is going to look at that and like grow that way.
I don't think servers are going to be as big of a problem because it'll probably just scale with it. I don't think it's going to hit a point where like there's some switch where game streaming is just the most popular option now, and now there's not enough servers to do it. It'll just be like gradual over time.
Yeah, because I don't ever see cloud gaming one day just flipping the console market on its head.
I think it'll probably, because like you see it right now where game streaming is big just for people that already, like if you have the Xbox xCloud gaming, you've already got games on Xbox that you would probably play on your Xbox, but if you want to fucking play Witcher on the train ride home, go for it. If
you're enjoying it, that's wonderful. I think Game Pass would be a better experience, but I mean, if you're enjoying it, I can't say no. But like, I think at least for me, I like owning my games, and so like for me, even though it's really a better deal for me to get Game Pass and stuff like that, it's just I don't know, it's not as good. It's a good deal, but it's not for me.
It'll be interesting when it comes to games that have a huge modding community. For
Yeah.
like Minecraft or like the Fallout and Skyrim games, like you can't cloud stream a game if you intend to mod its original source files, you know. So I mean that's still like.
Plus, I don't see any multiplayer competition going super far, at least where it currently is. Especially when everything comes down to getting like just the fastest response time as possible. I don't think streaming it
if you're playing casually and you're playing like single player or multiplayer that you're not really super engaged in, or it's like you're not trying to get like those milliseconds out, I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's a wonderful experience, like being able to play on your phone or whatever with a little Bluetooth controller or whatever. I think that's really cool. It's just the practicality for some people. Like I'm gonna be buying a HOTAS for Sqaudrons, but that's coming up. Like I'm gonna be buying one. Like that's not gonna like work really well with a what's it called, Stadia. I don't really see like the customizability and stuff like that being the same. But you know, it's a good experience for those who are interested. But also, it's very Wi-Fi dependent, and if your Wi-Fi sucks, you're SOL.
Yeah.
It is super new though.
Yes.
Like cloud gaming's in beta still, and
making good progress.
So it can only really go up from where it's at right now.
Yep. I'm not sure what this thing is.
Which one?
AT&T DirecTV thing. I'm not sure what this is.
Oh, apparently there's AT&T selling off DirecTV, but no one wants it because it sucks. So they're just like really low ball on the price. I think they're down to like half. They're gonna try to sell it for less than 20 billion, but they bought it for 50 or
45.
No,
49,
45.
49.
Okay, yeah, so 50. Yeah, so they're down over half of what they spent on it.
Wow.
And they're just trying to get that thing out of here. So I mean, chances are by the end of this year, they'll be selling it for about $10 and I'll buy it right up.
That's crazy. I mean, DirecTV does suck. I just wish they could like stranglehold Spectrum to selling AT&T their internet and then get their TV and stuff, and have Spectrum be the worst of both worlds.
Elias, we need to have a meeting after this to talk about whether or not we want to buy DirecTV.
We could
be in the
combine our cash.
We need a few more subscribers. So if you want to see
Renaissance Boys media just constantly,
that would be really cool. But I think we're gonna need a few donations before that happens. So if you can donate, please do. We appreciate it.
If we hit $1.5 billion, we will buy
donations.
DirecTV.
Oh,
and
boy.
We'll give you a little insider trading on our stock. Just don't tell the FEC, is it?
FCC?
What's the
FCC?
trading,
SEC.
the money
Or
people?
SEC.
There's the authority that looks at the stock market. Don't tell them, and we'll let you know it in our stock.
And we'll have a $20 Steam card giveaway. So cherry on top. Cherry on top. Also this week, John McAfee was arrested, indicted on tax evasion, sued for fraud. John McAfee's kind of a nutso, but I think he's also really funny. I don't even know what he does anymore, but
he goes crazy.
Evades taxes.
I remember
tax evader.
I remember earlier that it was either, I think it was last year. He went on like a private, his own private yacht and like went to Jeffrey Epstein's island and did like drone footage over it. Like no joke. I'm pretty sure that was him.
That doesn't surprise me.
Wait, is he still awaiting extradition?
He's still over in Spain, I think.
Are we? Renaissance Boys host the John McAfee heist.
Oh,
the great heist of 2020. We break John McAfee out of federal custody.
That'd be.
Is it McAfee or McAfee?
I have no idea. I'm not even gonna attempt.
John McCafe, dude. He's got that frappuccino.
Dude, he's going wild out there.
The Renaissance Boys started. I basically what I wanted to do was a life advice podcast, kind of like Joe Rogan, but we fucked up because none of us have interesting lives. We're also 20. We're also 20.
We get 5 more years under our belt, we might rebrand. So you stick around, Mobile Matt, if you want us to tell you how to live your life.
I think Mobile Matt might be older than us, though.
Mobile Matt's been working for 16 years. He's definitely older than us. AT&T kills DSL. Tens of millions of homes without fiber internet. I'm not sure exactly what this is. Basically,
AT&T was like moving on to fiber, so they kind of forgot about their like lower end internet, almost basically like dial-up kind of like level of crap.
gotcha.
But all like the poor people had dial-up because it was the cheapest, and they just weren't working on it. They weren't making it any better, obviously. So they just focused on the fiber, and only 14% of their customers have fiber. So they were just like neglecting the other, what like 86% of them. It was weird.
I love that. I feel like that's a problem, just not with AT&T, but just service providers in general, where it's like you've got just gigabit internet, or you've got just like 10 up, 10 down, dude.
What I don't get is that like I might be completely wrong on this, but I remember like the baseline deal of Spectrum was like it was like 100 megs down, 10 up, I think, something like that.
I think so, because I think that's what we have.
Yeah.
But they like I feel like they just
They like
charge more after
they love
the
to
first
they
month.
love to like finagle you into like what's it called? Basically, if you don't upgrade your plan, you don't get the upgrade. Even if you're paying for way more, like you just have to be on it yourself, which is so stupid. Because I remember
you got
we had 3 megabyte down internet.
That's fucking cringe.
And we upgraded, and we were overpaying for a long time, and we ended up getting like either 50 or like 100 when we upgraded, because it was like, oh yeah, you guys are overpaying for your plan. This is the plan that you're supposed to be paying for. It's like, why don't you just upgrade? Whatever. It's so dumb.
Just set like Google calendar notifications like every 6 months.
Once a
just
year.
to check with your ISP to see if they've changed their packages.
Well, back when Spectrum was Time Warner, they would constantly raise our rates to the point where my dad would just call in and say, "Yeah, I need to get this lowered." And they say, "1 second," and they'd lower it, $20, and they said, "Okay, goodbye." And that was it. They just lowered it for just nothing. They were raising it for no reason.
I remember my
That's
grandma.
how they get you.
My grandma used to like call them and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna leave Spectrum if you don't lower my price." Like, you can just finagle with them because it's not like a set price. You can way overpay. Like, basically what we're paying for is way like not that expensive. So I don't know. It's so
just walk
goofy.
into Spectrum with a gun. You're just like, I want better internet, or I'm murdering you.
What, from Comcast to Spectrum? Yeah, I can't imagine having Comcast internet. Like, Spectrum even sucks, but at least like it's more consistent than Comcast.
Yeah.
The only problem was just like you have to be on top of your own plan, which is so goofy.
It's a sad day when Spectrum is what you look forward to having.
Yeah. So, 2 huge pieces of SpaceX news. Number 1, SpaceX is getting a contract from the United States government to build missile tracking satellites for the Defense Department. Supposedly based on SpaceX's Starlink design, which is their communication satellites. $150 million from the Space Development Agency. It's only 1 satellite, which is interesting, but it's supposed to be capable of tracking and providing early warnings of hypersonic missile launches. Another company, L3 Harris Technology out of Florida was given more than 193 million by the agency to also build tracking satellites, which is pretty cool. I don't know.
Fancy.
What don't you know, Elias?
Tell us.
I think
Tell us.
missile defense systems are cool. Why can't we get an Iron Dome for the United States? That would be sick.
Hell yeah.
Could you imagine?
Block out the sun. Missile defense systems seem interesting, right? Because the government could just be like, SpaceX, you build us literally a single satellite that can detect if a missile is being launched at us, right? And then like, okay. And theoretically, they could just not build it because the only way to tell if it's working is to start a war with America.
True.
I'm sure they could test it, but
Missile satellites are just a giant placebo effect.
There's someone at like a station, and there's just a computer that's like beeping in front of them. It's working fine.
It just says no missiles on it. Smiley face.
Speaking of communications, SpaceX Starlink is supposed to be entering public beta pretty soon.
Exciting.
Let me see if there's a date.
If it's cheaper than Verizon, I'm getting it.
On Tuesdays, Elon Musk shared via Twitter that the company plans a fairly wide public beta of the service as soon as the latest satellites reach their target positions. Basically, it's supposed to be very high-speed, low-latency internet to anyone with a ground terminal pointed at the sky. It's supposed to be much better service. The first batch was launched May 2019. The latest batch launched on Tuesday. I'm surprised. So in approximately 4 months is when they're saying what's it called? Starlink is supposed to be operational, and you might be able to get a public beta, which I think is pretty cool. Satellite is pretty easy to get, and so being able to get really high-speed internet from a satellite, pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I'd love to see if it's just not encrypted, so you could just get free satellite for free, like free internet if you just put up a satellite and dial it in. Because that's how
There's
TV.
only one way to find out.
That's how TV used to be. It used to be just a non-encrypted channel. So if you chose to build a giant satellite dish, and you could tune it in yourself, you could just get free TV. That's what it used to be like.
Houses around here with giant satellite dishes. They're obviously old. They were older satellites, but I imagine that's what they were doing back in the.
Isn't encryption just the worst, honestly?
Honestly. That's why the government doesn't want us to have it.
Come on. You so what? You protect my bank information? I miss free TV.
There used to be no encryption. It used to have no like decoding. You could just like run it straight into your TV, but now it's encrypted. Hopefully none of you guys are committing crimes through Google.
What? I was.
Basically, Google is giving data to police based on search keywords, apparently. Court records in an arson case show that Google gave away data on people who searched for a specific address.
Specific address?
Wait, what?
Basically, there was an arson case, and they were looking for who might have done it, and so Google gave the police the data to be able to track who looked for that specific address. So, I've seen actually more things like that, where it's like people have looked into like a criminal search history and to see like what they've done. Like it was some baby that I think got strangled or something like that. It was a rough case.
Dude, I thought this was going to be a thing where, like, if you love the TV show How to Get Away with Murder and you also lost directions to your house, so you put in your home address into Google, like, the SWAT team would be waiting for you when you got home. But, so, like, if a crime is committed and you're like, oh, let me figure out some information regarding the house that burned down at 123 Big Cock Avenue, then the police show up.
I think Google
Interesting.
should keep itself out of my criminal doings.
Who gave them the right to sell my personal information?
To the
Exactly.
police. Unbelievable. Last thing, and I don't. This is not tech news. This should have been an entertainment.
News.
This should have been an entertainment. Basically, Cuties is being indicted by a grand jury in Texas over lewd depictions of small children. Grand jury is charging Netflix with promotion of lewd visual material depicting a child. A criminal act in Texas that was introduced into state law in 2018, and I can't even watch the clips of this movie because it grosses me out. Yeah, this is a good thing. Hopefully, something big happens, because I personally want the whoever the producer was, the director, they need to be hung. Not even joking. This is despicable.
Dude, I don't get this. I don't get this one section that says film critics praise the movie, but prominent conservative personalities, QAnon conspiracy theorists, and parent groups said that the movie contains lewd images.
Maybe our journalists are pedophiles.
Everyone.
I guess the conservatives are just watching a different movie.
Come
yeah,
on.
I hate that. Also, I have not
QAnon
seen
conspiracy theorists.
I have not seen Unpregnant, but I do know what it's about, and that's almost as gross of a movie. So yeah, I know what you're talking about, Mobile Matt. But yeah, hopefully this movie gets taken off the air, and whoever's involved with its production gets put in prison for a long time.
If you like cuties, you have small peen energy. I'm sorry. That's how it is.
In other small children news, Rocket League and Fortnite get a collab event.
No. Just go back to anyways. Just go back to anyways. That's so nasty sounding.
Anyways,
small children news.
Anyways, Rocket League and Fortnite got a collab event called Llama Rama.
My guy, this is okay. It's 2 weeks old, but
it is. I only saw about it this week.
Llama Rama's still going on. I know you were talking about it, but thinking about it, I don't even know if it's still going on.
Kicks off September 26th.
Oh,
no,
wow,
it has to be still going on. It ends the 12th.
Okay, you've got 4 days.
4 days.
To play Llama
I
Rama.
didn't realize because I only saw the ad for it this week.
Yeah.
Basically, there's an event going on in Rocket League right now. Oh my god, when you guys speak, good lord.
Okay, basically, there's a Fortnite event in Rocket League. You want to have the battle bus as a car? Go earn it. You want to have a pinata as a topper? Don't use toppers in Rocket League, but you can have one. There's a bunch of shit in there. I'm trying to, there's a bunch of challenges, and that's how you get the rewards. You got llama flyers, a Rocket League spray,
llama wheels.
You get rewards in both Rocket League and in Fortnite since they are now both on the Epic Store.
Oh, that's what that is. I didn't realize. Got it. I didn't get the reasoning.
Yeah, and if you do all of them, if you do all 5 challenges, you get the Rocket League or the Battle Bus as a vehicle in Rocket League, and you get the Octane back bling. I don't know what back bling is.
I think that's Fortnite.
It's for the back, bro.
No, I know that, but is it just something you wear on
it's
your back?
It's just an Octane on your back. They're just like a little Octane.
Why do you call it back?
Well, it's not the backpack. It's like a little charm on your backpack, I'm pretty sure.
Interesting. I don't play Fortnite.
Me neither, but it's a little cool event just going on. I don't even know if anyone's here that plays Rainbow Six Siege anymore, but
no one plays Rainbow Six Siege anymore. Got him. Fucking wrecked.
The Lord himself is being reworked, and his rework is now live on test servers. Tachanka no longer has his old gadget, which sucked. He has the grenade launcher, incendiary grenade launcher on defense. He also now has it with stand, which is kind of funny. The bulkiest character. Not only that, but he also has his LMG as a primary weapon, which is actually kind of cool.
Big boy arms, ripped that thing off the stand and owns it now.
It's really cool for one reason. All the new sights are really good. So like being able to play with those sights with this LMG is pretty sweet. So pretty freaking sweet. Tachanka's needed a rework in some time, so hopefully he'll be played now. New Valorant update. Is this Chapter 3 or something else?
No, I don't believe Chapter 3 is out yet.
No, Chapter 3 is coming up.
Yeah, Chapter 3 is coming up.
Okay.
So these are just...
Patch note 1.09 happened last week. Operator got nerfed, and a few other things.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Did we?
We talked about the operator getting nerfed, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think we talked about this other stuff, though. But there's also some competitive changes that are happening. This doesn't discuss all of it, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be a new ranking system focusing more on win percentages, especially when you get higher, and how decisive those wins are, as opposed to individual performance. So it's kind of unfortunate, but I don't know. We'll see how it affects. I really have to get into ranked in this game, but
when the next season drops, we can try and get into it.
All right. There's a new agent and new map in season 3. The map is called Icebox, and it is really reminiscent of the one Overwatch map.
Don't compare this to Overwatch.
It just reminds me of it. Like it looks very similar, but it's pretty alright. The new operator is very interesting. Has some really cool abilities. She's got like a concuss ability, a flash, a heal.
Her name is Sky.
Yes.
So I'm interested to see how
she plays.
How she plays, because she's got her near sight thing from basically the Twin Wolf's ability in Spike Rush, I believe, is her ultimate.
Yes.
So I'm just convinced they were just testing that for her.
Yep.
So I didn't really like it then, and you can destroy the wolves in Spike Rush, so it'll be interesting to see if you can destroy her ultimate.
Yeah, we'll see. She seems interesting, kind of a different take to Breach, where it's a lot of entry focused abilities, or just like being able to set up your team. The team heal is also everyone but her, so it seems pretty interesting. She's a lot about setup, so we'll see how she plays.
The new patch comes out the 13th, so it's coming Tuesday.
Other big news: Payday 3 is currently in development on the Unreal Engine. In a celebratory tweet to mark 100,000 followers, basically, I'm just gonna show the tweet because it's pretty funny. Using like leet speak. Payday 3 is confirmed. It's in design phase. No release date, but Unreal Engine. Payday 2 is an interesting game. It's so old and it's on such a bad engine. It was built on a racing engine, but the driving in that game still sucks. So hopefully this new game will be really good. Payday 2 is a really fun game, really active modding community. There's still like a pretty big community just doing stuff in that game. I have no idea how, but it's a lot of fun. So Payday 3, no clue when it comes out, but it's in development, which is a good thing to hear.
Exciting.
It is very exciting. I wish Joe was still around so I could play Payday 2 with him.
He tried to get me into Payday 2, and it was just
We tried to get you into Payday 2, and it was not successful.
oh, were you there the one time we played this one mission for like 3 hours just for a civilian or something to just get shot at the end? I think.
I
And
think that sounds right. I don't remember.
We were literally running to the fucking van to finish the mission, and a civilian got shot, and I was like, I'm not playing anymore. Please get me off. And then I didn't. I haven't touched it since.
Yeah, no, Payday 2 is a lot of fun, but like it's very much showing its age in the like the engine department. It's very old. So
An oldie but a goodie.
yeah, it's still fun to go back and play, but I can't imagine like putting a bunch of time into it. Halo Infinite's release date may have just been leaked by Amazon. On Amazon, the Art of Halo Infinite hardcover book has gone up for pre-order with a release date of June 29th, 2021. This is only speculation, but Tuesday is one of the most common days for big games to release other than Friday. Alongside December, June is a common placeholder month, but when it's used, what's it called? When it's used as a placeholder, it's in a different form. Yeah, I don't know. We're not entirely sure, but it's theorized that this game might be coming out in June, which I think is a decent release time, but also kind of weird. Most games usually don't come out in the summer. Usually come out a little bit earlier. But
Wait, wasn't it delayed?
Yeah, it was delayed.
Maybe it was initially supposed to come out, March or whatever.
it was supposed to come out in November with the Xbox.
Yeah, it's gonna be a launch title.
Yeah, but it got delayed. So we'll see. I'm excited to play this game on PC. Hopefully it feels good.
Hopefully Halo can be a decent title again.
Other pretty big news, Minecraft got a update that it's been needing for a long time. The Minecraft Caves and Cliffs update.
It's not out yet.
No, it's not out yet, but it was officially revealed, I think, 2 or 3 days ago. Basically, cave generation has been greatly increased. They've added the goat and a few other mobs, as well as a new biome called the Deep Dark, which is, I think, inspired from one of the Deep Dark mods.
Maybe.
Which, by the way, the original creator for the Ether mod is working at Mojang now. Did you know that?
For the Aether?
I did not know that. It makes sense.
His name is Brandon. He's been working for Mojang for a little while now.
If you didn't make another portal out of glowstone and put water in it, you're not an OG fucking Minecraft player. If you didn't experience that heartbreak, I don't want to talk to you.
There's also new mobs, like I said, goats. There's also the wardens, which are incredibly difficult to fight. They're a lot of health, a lot of damage.
How would you know that?
Because I've watched the live stream.
No.
Uh-huh.
You probably watched
also
some
the
noob
axolotls, which are fucking adorable, and also the glow squids coming out. There's also a new redstone thing, including wireless redstone, the telescopes, candles.
Wireless redstone?
Yep.
That's a game changer. That's a huge game changer.
Lightning rods are now a thing. There's bundles, which are inventory organizations. There's archaeological excavations with brushes and stuff. There's like a lot of new stuff. This new update might be sick. We'll probably have to do a Ready Boys stream for it.
Ready Boys Minecraft survival playthrough?
Ready Boys Minecraft survival?
Dude, we probably should do that.
Which, by the way, this is not super related, but I really want to play what's it called? Super Mario 3D All Stars. I just don't have a Switch, so I can't really play it, but I can borrow something.
Dude, I thought your family had a Switch.
My family does, but that doesn't mean me.
Steal it.
Why would you not be allowed to play on your family's Twitch?
Because it's not mine specifically. Well, I would be allowed to play it. It's just,
Steal it.
Dude, you know it's sitting in that dock.
yeah, it came out a few weeks ago. I think it was.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell Nintendo's problem is, but they just don't like money for some reason. They
Not their goal.
instead of keeping the game out forever or like on the digital store, which like is not a huge deal, they just make it limited release, which makes no sense.
Well, I mean, it makes sense from a certain point of view because Nintendo games are the ones that just turn into fucking gold ingots the longer you have them.
Yeah, I don't get why they prop up the resale market. That's just such a bad idea.
They've been doing it forever, and making a limited release only adds to it. So
It just doesn't make any sense. Sony officially revealed some more details about PS5 backwards compatibility. Sony is promising that approximately 99% of the thousands of PS4 titles will be playable on PS5. I don't know what to say. Okay, when you sign into a PS5 with your account, you will automatically see your library of played PS4 content through the menu. Yeah, basically Sony hasn't released a ton of details, but there are a huge amount of PlayStation 4 games that would be a lot of fun to play, especially with improved load times. So seems pretty interesting. Good to hear that they'll have backwards compatibility because that's definitely kind of a huge factor. There's gonna be a lot of games at release, but like having the ability to go back and play other games is very nice.
I don't think it should be that hard to do backwards compatibility, you know? If I can play a game from 1990 on my PC, then you should be able to play a game from last year on your console.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Boom.
Last thing for this week. I've been playing Star Wars Squadrons. I think I got it 2 days ago. When did I buy it?
2 hours ago, Elias bought the game.
He bought it during the stream.
It's either the 5th or the 6th. But basically, over the last few days, I've been playing Star Wars Squadrons, and I really like it. As it's a $40 game. Basically, if you've ever heard of the X-Wing series of games released in the 90s, it's basically the same game, but with good graphics and like very, very good physics. It's one of the most fun games I've played in a long time, just in terms of combat. I don't know. I just enjoy it a lot. It kind of has me excited for like Skull and Bones, which is the Ubisoft ship to ship thing. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
I've
is this
seen
one
it.
coming out?
Yeah, that's still in development. They just announced that they were keeping going.
Oh.
I've been notified for that alpha since we talked about it months ago, like last year. I remember we did talk about it in one of the first weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've genuinely, or not considered. I ordered a HOTAS from German Amazon because you can't find anything for less than $250 on any other site.
Holy
So,
crap.
Yeah, I think it's like 100 something, 140-ish with euros to dollars conversion. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. All the voice acting is incredibly well done. There's depth and customization. It's a lot of resource management. It's a lot of fun. The multiplayer by itself is a really solid experience. Fleet battles I haven't played as much of, but they seem really interesting and just have a lot of depth to them. I don't think it's what I'm gonna be wonderful at, but it's at the very least like dogfighting 5v5 is a lot of fun to play. I haven't played enough of the story to get super into it, but it just seems well acted, well voiced. And everything looks beautiful. This game is wonderful to play, and like to just be able to like go through asteroids and just dodge and weave, super fun.
Yeah, you're also terrible at it, but
Only when you're watching.
That's what they all say.
Bro, I promise. But no, it's a lot of fun. I've been grinding it. Like, I played a game before the stream. It's like 10-15 minutes for a dogfight, and it's like, it's very addicting gameplay. I haven't like wanted to stop playing, or I haven't wanted to do anything else but play that game.
Yeah, but as this article linked so graciously points out, they don't plan on adding anything to it. So my man will be over it in 2 weeks, and he'll have $150 Hotaz sitting on his desk collecting dust.
That I'll play.
Call me out.
That I'll play Elite Dangerous on, because I have that game too, or No Man's Sky. Stay mad.
Sky is Hotaz compatible.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, one of the interesting things about this game is that they're not planning on adding any more content. There's no
Which is what
microtransactions.
I told you it was a $40 cash grab.
Worth
I
it.
told you.
Okay, a cash grab implies that I'm not satisfied with the product.
Well, you won't be after a week and a half, guaranteed.
Doubt it.
Guaranteed.
Doubt it. But basically, there's no microtransactions or really grindy progression systems. Basically, EA promised to make this game not a live service, but ironically, I like looked through the Reddit before this, and they were like, "This is the one game that I actually want more content for, like more modes, because it is genuinely really good, and like having a 10v10 mode would be wonderful."
Told you.
100 v100.
That's what I wanted. That picture, Noah, in the general Discord of that crazy Star Wars battle, that's what I thought the game would be. Not 5v5, dude. If I want 5v5, I play Valorant or CSGO.
What I don't get is why they're not adding any more stuff. Like, it's EA. Why can't they just add stuff to, like, cosmetics? Because there's a lot of really cool cosmetics in the base game. I don't know.
Not according to this article, but
I don't know. No clue.
It does seem weird that of all of the games where people are like, man, this was your one chance to add more content, and now you grow a heart. Like, fuck off.
I don't get why that's the thing. Because this game like feels good, and like all the battles are pretty fresh. The customization's pretty deep. It's just I don't get it. Why EA? Why do you do this to me? But yeah, if that's about it for this week, anyone in chat have anything else for us to talk about? I don't think so. Yo, we have the user Feet in our chat, dude. Let's go.
Feet.
Dude, the original Feet.
Whoa.
Anyways. Oh boy, I can't see anything. It's dark. That's gonna just about wrap it up for this week. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. We appreciate the follows, all that stuff. Be sure to check out our YouTube, where highlights from last week will be up on either Friday or Saturday. I gotta ask editor, but very funny. Go check it out. You can find us anywhere you can listen to podcasts for free. Just look up Renaissance Boys. Also, if you feel the need to have send donations, we always appreciate those. That goes to helping the editor. That helps us pay for movie tickets. So those are always appreciated. Anyways, we're gonna go find somebody to raid. Have a good night, everybody.